Hello, Gary Champion, psychic medium and healer once again. Um, Even I don't know where this video is going, but I have a starting place. February the 4th, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA, we have free readings on the YouTube channel. YouTube channel is just Gary Champion, psychic medium. Not hard to find. A couple weeks later, February the 12th, we have free healing, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, USA. And the healing seems to be the part that people don't understand. You just have to be in the chat room. And we're all sending our energy to the chat room. So anybody that's in the chat room, we've had some pretty good luck with it. People say that they feel better. We used to do just one person at a time, and I figured that was sort of not accomplishing much. Be better off doing multiple people, but then I don't know. You would know better than me. The day I was sitting around, here comes the message part, that I got a message, and I'm doing a video about it. I've been experimenting a lot with pain, in particular pain removal. And I think I did a video where riding the exercise bike, because you're doing this, and I'm old, things, after a while, they begin to hurt. Joints and things flare out and begin to hurt. And I could talk myself out of feeling the pain. I'm not exactly sure how it happens, but I just said, pain, go away. There's no pain there. And what I think is happening is your brain is being cut off from that information. Pain's still there. Do I care? No, I don't. I just don't want it to hurt. And by asking it to leave, which is, I think, what's going on, it does. Cuts off, you can stab your finger and it might hurt locally here, but it doesn't get to the brain in any way that you can feel it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I think is going on. There's no scientific explanation for any of this stuff. If you're looking for science, you're in the wrong place. Everything's speculation here, but I just said no pain. And I don't know why it did, but it worked perfectly. Quite happy with that one. Because your brain believes what you tell it. It doesn't believe what I tell it. It believes what you tell it. And if you tell it that there's no pain, it has to believe it. It doesn't have any choice. It's not going to all of a sudden rebel and say, "Oh, I feel it there. You're just joshing me." No, it doesn't have any choice. If you tell it there's no pain, it believes you. And I don't know how it does it, but I'm suspecting that it cuts off the connection between the knee that is now burning and the brain. If the brain doesn't perceive it, then you don't know about it. It doesn't exist. Well, it exists, but if you don't, that's the thing. If the tree falls in the forest, did it really fall? My guess is that it did. Just because you don't know about it, the tree probably fell. They fall in the forest all the time. Knee pain, I have very little of that, but I used to have a lot of it, and I have very little of it now. And the idea was to make the bike exercise more comfortable, where I would ride longer, where I would get more benefit. Yeah, that was the whole idea. But it's done pretty good. And then I heard a sentence the other day. I don't know what they were talking about. I didn't have to search for it. When you're ill, and you're not doing pills or chemo or medicine or anything like that, radiation, you're not doing any of that, you have to find an alternative way to get rid of these things. And I'm the king of alternative everything. So I heard this phrase, when I was thinking about it, I was meditating in my chair in the other room, and it said, "You're going to have to wish it away." I thought, "Ooh, where has that been?" Because I have very little pain. You're going to have to wish it away, not tell it to go, which apparently it doesn't listen to too well. You wish it away. I don't get it either. Maybe it just works with me, but I suspect that it works with everybody. So there's all those little orbs. They're everywhere lately. Usually means I'm saying something that's true. They're just joining in. I don't know who they are. I'm told they're children, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, so I sat in my chair and I found a place that I wanted to go away. And I didn't know how to go about wishing something to leave. No idea. I've never done that before. Usually I'm big on telling things to stop or go away. But apparently this is the way to go about it, wishing it away. So I started saying, I wish I didn't have this. I wish I didn't have that. And the effect was pretty good. I mean, I woke up this morning and my wife agreed that there's been a change. I'd trust her over me. Anyway, by wishing it away, it tends to respond in a manner that suits you. You know, it's not like trying to compare it to something. If you have a dog that's biting your leg, that's actually what they're showing me, and you want him to stop, yelling at him usually just makes him angry. But if you throw a chunk of meat way over somewhere where you're not, it'll follow that. So I began thinking it's maybe something like that. That you tell it to leave, to go someplace else. Maybe it works. This is supposed to be better from the other side. And this is strictly for me. I'm experimenting on myself. I'm a guinea pig. I'm not sure what a guinea pig looks like. But I've had some pretty good results with it. And so I thought I'd give it to you and see what you think. Maybe try it. I mean, yes, if you have a tumor somewhere and you can see it or feel it or you know it's there, think about it and wish it away. I wish I didn't. And that's what this thing is sort of set up for people with bad things. So try and wish it away. I wish I didn't have this tumor. I wish this tumor would go away. Um, rather than telling it. They listen. Tumors know when when you say, I want all my tumors to leave me, uh, it's got to react in some way. Everything else does. You're telling your brain that you don't want something. It's got to either eliminate it or there's no alternative that I know of. If it doesn't go away, this is something I've been experimenting with it too. If you're not getting the desired results, alter what you're saying, alter what you're doing. And I'm doing this in a meditative state. I'm not just standing out in a room saying, I wish I didn't have this, or I wish I didn't have that. I wish my bum knee didn't hurt. And it really doesn't. But in a meditative state, in a relaxed state, your brain really listens to you because you're at a different level. You're at the subconscious level where your brain listens to you whether you want it to or not. It doesn't have any choice. I'm not sure if you're alive and awake and you say something that it even acknowledges it. But I know if you're in a meditative state, it does because I've been doing it long enough to know. So this is a hopefully helpful video to maybe give you something to try other than what you're doing now. I have noticed a change. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to go into what it is I have and why I want it gone, but just assume that it's not something good. But I started off with riding the bike, and then I had a knee that persistently hurt, and then a hip that hurt, and then I'm too old to be riding a bike. I've done too much heavy lifting and stuff. My joints aren't what they should be, and they never were. I didn't, I had something when I was a child that made my joints different. So I'm not telling it to go away. It's more like asking it, isn't it? Wouldn't that be more like asking it? I wish you weren't around. I don't think it would take offense at that. I wish I didn't have you. It's subtle. Go away, you stupid whatever it is you've got. Go away, brain tumor. Visualizations are very good with this stuff, by the way. If you do have a tumor, you can visualize it. Close your eyes and visualize seeing it. And I've been working on this stuff for a while, and tumors are interesting. You can open a suitcase on the bed and start chucking it in and see the suitcases going out the door. Play tricks with your mind. Don't assume that, and believe me, the scientists don't know anything. They're in the slash and burn stage still. They haven't come up with anything new that they can say, we definitively know this works. Mind games are the future of healthcare. Somebody just said that. You're playing mind games. I've not had it backfire on me in any way. But I can ride the bike now longer and I can enjoy it more and I don't have pain. And that was what I was looking for, where I could be in better shape. And I think I am. So my wife's noticed it. She said, you're getting in really good shape now. So I'll trust that. Um, just trying to help in any way I can. So, and there's one other thing. If you don't get success with wishing it away, ask it away. Would you please leave me my body? Would you please go someplace else? It's a nice way of, you know, gee, I hate to say that one. Why are you over at my house all the time? You know, you can be crass or you can say, I wish you would go play someplace else for a while. It's not angry. It's just the truth. And maybe this tumor doesn't know the truth. Maybe, or whatever it is you got. Maybe it thinks that you like it. Here's something interesting that I discovered the other day. I've been trolling the internet, and cancer exists in everybody all the time. I didn't know that. My wife looked it up. She knew it, but I didn't know it. Cancer exists everywhere in everyone's body all the time. Cancer cells are there. They're a natural part of the landscape. That scares me. The only difference is when it hooks up with a blood vessel. When it hooks up with a blood vessel, it can grow exponentially. Be size of a dime, size of a golf ball, size of a baseball, pretty quickly, because it's lying dormant there within your fatty tissue, and when it gets a blood supply, there's nothing stopping it really. So this is another one I've been thinking about. Mentally cutting off the blood supply to a tumor if you have one. Most of what we're talking about is tumors, but it could work for anything else. Mentally, there's some funny techniques that I've tried. If some of you tell me you've had luck with it, maybe I'll show you one of them. They're kind of silly, but they work. There's another orb. See, whenever I'm saying something right, the orbs come through. So don't give up on yourself. Don't trust traditional medicine as much as you do. I know from experience, they'll tell you anything. It's about money. We need to run this test. Why? You just ran it yesterday. We need to run it. No, you don't. So last time when I was in the hospital, I refused tests. I didn't give blood after 4 times and my arm was a bloody mess. I just stopped doing it. They can't stop you. That's interesting. They can't say, oh, no, we've got to have that blood. Protocol 14A under subsection 213 and the blah, blah, blah. Unless you agree to it, they can't do it. And my blood turned out the same all 4 times. And they took 3 or 4 vials of it every 4 hours. It's not possible for me to get, if it was perfect the first time, 4 hours, I can't be bad. So anyway, they kept taking it, and I kept suffering with it until finally just said, I'm not doing that. So remember, you have patient's rights. I didn't know that. The nice little kind lady came by and said, you have patient's rights. You don't have to stay here if you want to. So I got up and left. It's amazing stuff you don't know. You would think that you could trust healthcare people to do the right thing for you, but mostly it's about money. And I'm sure they feel the doctors don't want to go along with it at all because they're about saving lives. The hospital has to make a living, so they hold you another extra 3 days and run 10 more tests in order to cover their expenses. You don't really need to be there, which is what I discovered. I got up and walked out. Oh, no, you got to be around another week. I don't think so. And what convinced them that I wasn't going to be around is my wife went out and got me a baked potato at a fast food place, and I was eating the potato, and they came in and said, okay, well, you can go home. Because I was defying him anyway. But I actually just got my clothes and called my wife, and she came and picked me up, and we went home. As you see, I was near death, and now I'm good. Anyway, mind games is the future of healthcare. Remember that I said it. I'm not sure that I said it first, but I've been seeing a lot of things on me that indicate that that's the way we could go. Because some things are unstoppable. They're just unstoppable by conventional means. If you ever had a relative with cancer that they cut it out and then they chemoed them and it came back 3 months later and they cut it out and they chemoed it and it came back a few months later and they chemoed it and cut them until they died, then you know what I'm talking about. There's got to be an alternative way. It's your body. Your brain listens to you. Tell it you don't want this and see what happens. It's a trip of faith. You can't do anything in the metaphysical world without belief. You just can't. I have to believe that when I touch this thing that's going to happen, that when I hear something, it's absolutely true. And what I heard was, wish it away. You're going to have to wish it away. Those are the words I actually heard. You're going to have to wish it away. Oh, okay. I'll give that a shot. So I'm in the middle of experimenting on myself. Let me know how you do it. Let me know if it works for you. If so, there'll be more coming. Of course, I'm writing a book about some of this. All of it will be in the book, but some of it will be. Always writing a book. You seem like I'd leave that alone, but there's an orb right there. That's not a bug. It looks exactly like a bug of some kind, but it's not. It has purpose. It comes down in and does a little thing, and then zoom, it's off it goes. It's just checking me out. That's all it is. I feel energy emanating from them. And some of the little ones are just as powerful as the big ones. So don't get confused by that. Little doesn't mean less. I don't know why. I always thought they were probably children because they're smaller orbs. But you see that when it came down, it did a little thing, and then choo, off it went. It's just letting me know that it's here, like happy birthday or something. But I say if 1 million people saw this video, 750,000 of them would not see it, that their mind would not allow them to see an orb come into a video. Oh, he put that there. He made that. Not that smart. Who can create an orb? There's one. You can create an orb and have it zoom into it just exactly when you want it to. I can't do that. Not that good. Nobody is. Orbs come when they want to come. And they're always dancing around me usually when I'm saying something that's correct. So the future of healthcare is manipulating your mind to do what you want your body to do. Because the brain controls everything in the body. Nothing works without the brain. Nothing. So try and will it, or wish it, or ask it. Um, remember no, you don't remember. I'm going to tell you about it anyway. The John Wayne movie, I don't remember the name of it. But he went down the stairs and fell and broke his back. And he's in a bed and he has this buddy. I think he calls him Jughead. I'm not sure. But the Jughead comes in with a ukulele. And he explains to him, we're going to sing this song. We're going to get it to go from here down to your feet, make your toe move. Now, this is a movie, but I believe it. And they kept doing it. I'm going to move that toe. I'm going to move that toe. And he played a little ukulele, and pretty soon he moved the toe, and everybody went, what happened here? The toe moved. The brain made a reconnection with the toe, an electrical connection, because you told it to. I'll bet if we looked that up somewhere, that's happened many times. The people, they say you'll never walk again, then they do. That's what happened to him. He got up and walked, not very well, but he did. Interesting movie. I've always remembered that part. And that faith and belief have a great deal to do with everything. Everything. Whatever kind of faith you've got, whatever kind of belief you've got, make it work for you. I was hoping some more orbs would show up. Come on, orbs. See? Asking orbs to show up. They're not listening to me. They have their own little minds and they come whenever they want to. Probably big brains, not little brain. But thanks for stopping by. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching. And thank you, orbs, for showing people what you are. Thanks for watching. Bye.